Bryan Callen has lost even more Patreon subscribers, but the number is going back up. So at his peak, he had 7,800. Then he dropped to 6,000, but now he's up to 6,125. Hopefully that number will rise, but this video is going to be about why you should subscribe to their Patreon, and I'm going to give Bryan Callen some more advice because I think he has taken my advice. First of all, they just dropped their newest episode of Conspiracy Podcast, social, whatever they call it. And so far, it's great. And I like how they've taken my advice and probably others' advice, mainly my advice, but that they should start doing 2 podcasts every week instead of just the one. And now they are doing that. There are going to be 2 conspiracy podcasts each week. I believe they're shooting just one day and splitting them up. I don't know if they're doing that for sure because he is plugging gigs in them, so maybe they are just showing up 2 days in a row. I'm not that big of a fan of the Bookless Book Club, but his next one actually sounds interesting. His third one he's going to drop is going to be about Douglas Murray's book. Not a big fan of the Bookless Book Club, but 2 podcasts every week I think is worth the $5. Now, here's the newest piece of advice I would give Bryan Callen that would help his numbers grow. So they've, including this new episode, I think have done about 19 different podcasts of the Conspiracy Social Club. If I was them, either on his YouTube channel, Bryan Callen, or just start a new YouTube channel, I would take the first 15 episodes of this podcast and just put it up on YouTube for free. The first 15, though. And you'll grow up a fan base on YouTube that enjoys it, and make sure you put, edit at the beginning of every video, hey, if you ever want to catch the newest episode, subscribe to our Patreon. And this way, you'll build up numbers and views, because if these videos were just, this podcast was just on YouTube, I think it would pull in big numbers. And people get very, I love my, I always said Kumia should have just did this with the AA show. You're not getting new subscribers, dude, who are subscribing to watch the AA show. You're not getting new subscribers, or even Patreons. I'm not watching episode 2 of your conspiracy podcast. I'm looking forward to the newest episode. So you should take that one that no one's really watching and just throw it up for free. Get new people to watch it and be like, hey, I can watch the newest episode if I subscribe to their Patreon. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're on Patreon, if you enjoyed the podcast,